pool thinned out a little bit, which might just be a Renekton Azir game. We've seen this one many times.
Man.
Renekton Azir. Let's see what Feisty is going to play first.
It's the late game, early game composition where you play Renekton and Azir and Zeri in this case, and you just play. Oh no, they're going to take the Azir.
They denied it. So you thinking
Gnar.
maybe some Gnar into the Renekton with a little bit of Sylas.
How did you get that one?
Sylas counter pick?
No
for Ivory?
way.
Hold on. Sylas into Gnar? Too easy, Valdez.
How does he do it? How does he do it? Who is this guy?
The meta is pretty solved, isn't it? It's really
So I don't think it's a prince.
But
there can't be more than one prince.
But
right?
Castle is from a different house, right? Like, because he's not on Brionne, so...
Ooh, we're going to have a dive here. I'll give you some time to think about that. As the stun comes in, that is going to be a flash away from Castle. Not enough damage, and, well, down will go Frim as... Yeah, you did have a lot of lockdown, but at the end of the day, Castle was just able to flash away because they didn't have any damage, because Maokai doesn't do any damage.
Yep.
That's fine. I mean, you know, they're still winning that lane, technically. Although the farm is actually in a pretty good spot here for Game1. As these bubbles just refuse to hit. As in goes the Zeri, forces flashes in. Palu picks up the kill. And now Rebel's in a bit of trouble as he is going to get away. He doesn't have to flash, but man.
It's so rare that it's happened like exactly twice, like last week, basically.
Yeah.
We're like, wow, the Zeri is pretty ahead. Oh, they showed the gold number. I actually just missed the amount. It's probably like 600 up or so. 600, 700 up.
Oh, trying to get on top of him. No more Twisted Advance. Doiv has got a ult and a dream. He's quite fast with the phase rush, but he's not going to get away from level 6 Feisty and Hambach, who immediately put a stop to that nonsense. Find the times much earlier and take the risks. And with Game1 and Palu doing a great job in lane and getting that first kill, looks like they should have some nice priority. Going to get that as now into the wall goes the Gnar as Renekton in Dominus. He is just CC'd forever, but he is not going to go down as Frim has been upgraded. He is now a knight, perhaps, as he's able to 1v2 in the top lane.
Yeah, Frim, he had the question mark earlier, now he's got the exclamation mark. As see if there's a counter dive here. Doiv tosses the ult.
Okay, well, they'll be rooted. At least one of them will, but the counter of the tidal wave is pretty massive. He's going to get Doiv underneath this turret. He went for a huge Doiv, but he is able to get out even with his flash. So it doesn't amount to too much, but Hype and Rebel are able to handle that very easily.
So two failed attempts with Doiv's ult online. Can be a scary prospect here for KT to get into position to contest and then push this mid wave first. Also, Feisty here with flash makes this a very awkward spot for Bro, especially once this ward goes down. Now you just really don't know the two approach angles as Bro here. Like, you can't cover both sides as Doiv. This is looking really nasty. Probably want to back out.
Yeah, I think KT are doing a good job. Okay, he's going to push him over the wall, but actually Feisty just gets owned as I immediately curse him. Game goes over the wall and has to flash away. That was not good, but from behind in goes Frim. That's 2 kills now to the side of Brionne.
So just a big 5-man group up here. No real cost. I mean, side lane here for Bro on top and bottom. Going to lose some minions for them, but I think this is way more valuable considering how this comp works with Lucian. Zeri now having to be a lot more protected or passive with her farm.
Here comes Frim again.
Here comes Frim.
He could get a pretty nice angle here. There's no vision on the bottom side, and they're looking to dive pretty recklessly into this one. Rebel is just gone, but he is Nami. Is it going to matter after all? As in goes the Vi underneath this turret. They want to hold on to this turret. Did Bro go too far? Is really the question. Castle's got this Gnar bar in a perfect spot as he is about to hit Mega Gnar, and the poke is really doing a number here onto this back line. As you see, the turn has to be made by Bro. They do an okay job, but Inevitably, this is going to go the way of KT as Hambach is still chasing after his jungle counterpart. Not quite able to take down Doiv, but still a big team win to KT. As Ivory in a very awkward spot, but he might not be spotted here. Maybe he can actually set this up onto Hanbach. He's a bit alone though, like it's only the Maokai ultimate. Where's everybody else? They just get tidal waved away. As now KT going to group up for this one. Rebel does go down extremely quickly. Stolen tidal wave does nothing. Except corral them, I suppose, to the bottom side. They're looking to turn here onto the Renekton. A decent job. They keep him under the turret the whole time. That was so crisp from the side of KT as they just lock down that Renekton from 100 to 0, and they spot him coming in. That was perfect.
And it's just so much more money now into the pockets of KT Rolster, guaranteed here. As you can see, both Ivory and Prim go to clean those waves, and this is when mid gets opened up.
All right, they're going to try to set this up, maybe a little bit of a flank from the left side. As you see, Hambach is just frontlining. That tidal wave is going to be pretty nice onto Ivory. He's going to be way behind the team. As look at the poke damage from Feisty. He's just standing his ground, and now they're going to counter-engage here as in he goes. Just going to sweep 3 people into the wall, just straight up killed the Lulu, which is kind of insane. And now Frame is like, well, we lost anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and die. That's going to be the end of the game.
Yep.
They have Baron 30 minutes in, and it's only Gami. He's only just going to go back and heal and try desperately, but he will not be able to. I think I know where my POG vote is going, and it's not just because of that play.
I know where mine's going. I might have different ones, I don't know, but...
No, you got the same guy.
All right, well, we won't spoil it this time around then. Well,
It's
we held our
Morgan.
ground on the KT Rolster Pred, and I'm 3 for 3 now at the random state of the game. Who's going to win predictions as KT Rolster will take game 1 here. A very convincing performance outside of the early laning phase. And I gotta say, crisis management for KT was insane this game. Every time they were threatened by a Renekton flank or it looked like they may have overextended, they did exactly everything right to disengage, get out, and turn the fight into their favor. I am very impressed with what we saw from KT tonight, at least in this first series.
Yeah. It's
game.
not over yet. That's just game number 1 of the series. To be honest, you know, the early game happened, and there was a lot of back and forth trading. It was pretty close to both sides, but then the mid game was very lull steady, right? There wasn't a lot of action. It was just kind of the Azir getting really fed. Lucian didn't even have his moment to Gale Force in. Like, none of that really happened. And then they just kind of took the Baron and won a team fight and won the game.
Feisty will pick up POG. No shocker. 83.3% kill participation, 40% of his team's damage. Yeah, it was an Azir game.
Yeah. He had that one moment where it was a little bit of a Keck W, but then it turned into a PogChamp. So that's my analysis for the situation. He got caught the one time, and then after that, he went into Superman mode. He took the Baron with his jungler, who was also really fed. And he did a really good job of keeping up in terms of CS. Had a relatively easy lane because the Sylas didn't put on any aggression. He had some extra attention from